but they're definitely what describe this area. Great environment, just relax. As far as where it sits, you're kind of on your own out here. It's probably going to be hit or miss. Things to do and sights to see. You are now watching Live Great TV, and I am the official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area, what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and tap that notification bell. At least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all the brand new videos that I put out each and every week. I'm having fun. There's a bunch of kids and families out here. That being said, let's get into the video. All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of living in Rockford, Michigan. So I get a lot of people who send requests who want to know more about the Rockford area, and I'm happy to help them. There are a lot of things to look forward to in the area, such as young families, singles, retirees, nature people. There's a ton of stuff, but not everything is sweet in this area. So we're gonna dig right in and go into the details. Me and the kids have some fun out here. Let's get into it. Number one, which is going to be all the new communities that are out here. A lot of the developers have bought up land and have just been waiting to put these houses on the market, waiting for that demand to creep up, which now in real time, 2024, a lot of people are really enjoying the benefits of those brand new homing developments. More families, more young adults, young professionals, even people who've been here year over year, generation after generation, are getting a really good experience as far as some of the growth that's happening, restaurants and new perks that are coming to the town. So it's a really big draw to people who are considering being out in the Rockford area. All right, now I want to talk about some of the events that go on each and every year. The specific places that activities go down are going to be right in the downtown area. There's a little pavilion that I'm under right now where they have lots of events, they have fundraisers, they have all sorts of games and things like that for children. So if you happen to have children and you want to bring them to an area where they can run around and play, this is definitely going to be your cup of tea. I've helped a lot of young families move to the area. I've helped singles move to the area because they like being in those areas just to feel more of a sense of welcoming and a sense of like just people doing their thing. Okay, we're going into the next pro of being in Rockford and living in Rockford, and that's going to be the school system. Rockford school system is definitely going to be a highlight. It's very prominent throughout the entire West Michigan area. So if you go to Holland and you ask about Rockford schools, you're probably going to get a thumbs up. Anywhere else, you're going to find out that Rockford school system is just one of the most talked about school systems in the area, and rightfully so. They've done a great job with their facilities, academic, athletics, and it's just a very great school system. I mean, it's just something you hear about, word around town, that's exactly what it is. I encourage you to go to Rockford School's website, which I can put in the link below, and find out more about it. Find out exactly if the culture there is a match for what you're looking for, you know, what they do in the school system to get that status in the area. I think that's going to be a great benefit to you if you're considering school systems. It's definitely going to be a thumbs up. Downtown is going to be the next pro of living in Rockford. Like, I'm downtown right now. They have a sweet little waterfall, a cool pavilion, Rockford Brewing Company. They have a bunch of great new restaurants out here, some boutique shops such as Glick's, where you can get really nice clothing, you get nice glasses and souvenirs and things like that. And the downtown area is going to be a really big highlight as far as just if you're bored for the day, go downtown and chances are there's a bunch of people. You probably see people walking behind me now. Just come out here to enjoy themselves during the daytime, get sunbathed, go fishing, throw some rocks in the water or whatever they do. As far as different trails, there's different trails right in the downtown area. You and the family or you and some friends, or if you want to make a friend out here, it's definitely going to be the highlight, which leads me to my next point about living in Rockford as a pro, and it's going to be the people. The people here are very nice, and I know that that's one of the things that make your town a home, make it very homely and comfortable. So knowing that the people are here are very friendly, you know, just had some little kids running up next to me and their parents came up and said hi and introduced themselves and whatnot. So it was just a great environment, just relax, kind of chill, not too far from Lake Michigan, probably 45 minutes at least to Lake Michigan. And that's just one of the great parts about being in Rockford. All right, last but not least is the pro, and this is a nature lover's dream, a nature lover's paradise. If you like to fish, hunt, kayak, boat, canoe, ride your mountain bike, this is going to be the area for you. So that's another huge pro of moving to Rockford. And you're thinking about that, I made a video called The Best Places to Live if you are a nature lover. You can find out more about that. We go into great detail about what you can expect in different areas. So if Rockford's on the list, but you want to hear some other possibilities, make sure you go ahead and check that out. Okay, so con number one is going to be that there is a limited supply of housing out here. So since people want to be in this area so much, you get all these people who want to be here at the same time, which makes it very difficult to secure a house. So when homes come on the market, a lot of people go to those different strategies that we're able to use. Get a hold of me. A lot of my clients have gotten places out here. I'm actually working with some clients from out of town. Shout out to Justin and Whitney, and congrats on your new house out here. So a lot of people really want to get out here, and the new builds are actually becoming more of a commodity where they have their eye on, they really want to just get into a brand new home. So that's a really big perk to moving out to the area. All right, now con number two is going to be that Rockford is pretty rural. And the thing about Rockford is that it is further away from Grand Rapids. You're talking about at least 15 miles away from downtown Grand Rapids, maybe 20 miles. And it is not filled with that hustle and bustle. There's not a huge transportation system. There aren't a whole bunch of sky-rise buildings. You're just not gonna find a lot of that out here when it comes to, your everyday living. Now, this is a very, I would say, more of a small town type of vibe. So if you come from a small town where it's very, I would say, kind of cutesy or boutique-ish, because so many people just like that small town living, but they still want some of the amenities without going overboard to where you have a bunch of industrial places, around. It's very residential here and very comfortable. A lot of people who are interested in moving to Michigan look at Rockford as a highlight because these things are really important. Now, with it being rural, it could be a negative. If people want to have more of an active type of lifestyle, you can get that here, but it's not gonna be where there's a whole ton of people. There's a great amount of people for the city, and the size is another thing that you don't feel overwhelmed, but there's a lot of things to do yet. So those events that play out throughout the year keep the town busy, keep everyone involved and engaged with what's happening without you becoming someone who just doesn't have anything to do in your hometown. There's plenty of things to do year round, as you can see now that I'm out here in the Rockford area. All right, the next con that comes about when I think of Rockford is going to be their average home price. Now, this is a con because it's above the median average, it's above Grand Rapids. We're sitting at about $430,000 on average for a home in Rockford. So if you're not looking to spend over $400,000, it's probably going to be hit or miss depending on when these houses hit the market and what you're actually looking for. I have a lot of clients who start off thinking, hey, I'm gonna get a place for maybe $250,000, $350,000, and then when a house does come up, they end up in competition with other people who want that same thing. So it's not something that happens every day. But if you're in the 400 plus range, 500 plus range, you have a better shot of getting into a home in one of these newer communities that's never been lived in, or if you do find one that's been lived in, it's in a nice area, has a lot of great amenities, and you're really gonna enjoy it along with the lifestyle that's out here. Another con for the Rockford area is gonna be the location. Now, like I talked about with it being very rural, you're not getting a ton of that hustle and bustle. And on the other side of it, with the location not being as coveted, is that it's not right near Grand Rapids. It is not close to Grand Rapids. It is in proximity, having to drive there, maybe takes 10, 15 minutes. But as far as where it sits, you're kind of on your own out here. You have Belmont, which is nearby. You have places north, such as Cedar Springs, and Sparta's not too far away. But it really is its own thing out here, and not very many places surrounding it unless you want to be out in the country somewhere. There's just something to keep in mind, that the location of Rockford is not right in the middle where Grand Rapids is super reachable, but it's still close enough to where it makes sense to move here if you want to travel somewhere to do something fun, or if you have a concert or event that you're getting ready to do downtown. And that's just something I got to point out that I've heard. All right, here goes the last con, and it's going to be there are not a lot of chain stores out here. We have a Meijer, which isn't too far off, and we have some gas stations and things like that. There's a couple Taco Bell, I guess your average McDonald's, Burger King type of things. There's no Costco out here. There's no Walmart out here. There's not a ton of chain stores, commercial stores, no Target or anything like that that's out here. So I want to put that out as if you want to go to these areas, you got to go to places such as Grand Rapids, Granville, you got to go to Kentwood, you got to go to these other areas where you get more of that. So that's kind of a negative if you really want to go shopping and go shopping. There's not a lot of malls or a bunch of plazas out here where you can literally spend the day shopping. So that's a negative. And if that's your thing, if you can't be that far from a Costco, you probably want to move somewhere else. But at the same time, Myers here, there's a lot of great other stores that you can use. I mean, people get by without leaving town very much all the time. So it's something to keep in mind as you're making your way out here. That's it for this video. Again, this is Vaughn Greathouse. For Things to Do and Sights to See, this is Live Great TV. I'm your official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. I'm enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day, so I wanted to come out and tell you a little bit more about Rockford. If you want to see a list of homes, if you want to see more about the property out here, I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, and I've helped tons and tons of families just like you move over to the West Michigan area. People, singles, retirees, I've helped them all get over to the West Michigan area. So my number, my email is coming on the screen right now. That's my direct contact info. Feel free to reach out if you like. And until next time, we will see you on the next video.